Inkwell's note. Greetings. Hello, of Global MapleStory, or GMS for short. My name is Han Biol-O, also known as Inkwell, and I'll be spearheading the development of GMS. It's a pleasure to see the MapleStory community once again. I feel like we all apologize for taking so long to share this year's GMS roadmap. Oh, it's already here. Damn. Okay, I was expecting it later this month. The cause of was an intense discussion we've had behind the scenes about the future of GMS. Yeah, as we know. Today I'm finally ready to share the outcome of that discussion as well as the future direction of global MapleStory. To give you a little context on what I have to say, I begin by telling you about my presentation at the Game Developers Conference GDC 2024 in San Francisco, March 21st. Wait, didn't I see that somewhere on Twitter? My session titled MapleStory Global Localization. A journey through the past and future. I discussed the past 20 years of MapleStory's localization and presented my vision for MapleStory's future. The development of GMS. Okay. So they do have like their own kind of detailed. Not April 1st. Local publishers and cultural collaboration, language translation. Oh, wow. Do you think our censor filter will get fixed one day? In-game strategy, regional content, current concerns, future direction. Historically, we followed two major strategies to entertain our players around the world, translating content and features originally created for Korean MapleStory and creating region-specific content that reflects the real places where MapleStory is played. It's my belief that this approach is the reason why MapleStory has garnered adoration of so many fans over the years. That's a little. Can I see that image? Mainstream, bountiful reference materials, entry barrier lower, KMS, GMS, mid-market, scarce. Reference materials, entry barrier higher. Player happy, player unhappy. Different player distribution. Interactive world, reboot world. Interactive world, reboot world. Okay. Oh god, is this like the chief balancing officer that I was asking for 4 years ago to make like the translations between reboot and non-reboot and between GMS and KMS? Like an actual person that's in there? My first deep dive, they never listened to us. The future of GMS, what will it be? Checking the voice of the players. Where's the player satisfaction? So I guess that is the questionnaire that they did. Hopefully got input on there. Over the past 20 years, we've seen great changes in the markets where MapleStory is serviced, the habits of Maplers, the fact that MapleC wants a reboot, the kind of service they enjoy, the content they prefer. These things vary wildly from region to region. A lot of that comes because the market in GMS completely imploded because the player base doesn't actually care about their own markets and rather destroy their own markets for a financial gain by RMTing like mezzos off of third-party websites. But that's the whole reason why Reboot is so much more popular. We're going to create a MapleStory that our fans are dreaming of, then simply localizing content created for KMS is no longer enough. Reaching the limits of Localization 1.0 and 2.0. What should we do? Localization 3.0. At the beginning of this year, we launched MapleStory Western project, and our first order of business has been to look at the overall situation in GMS and listen carefully to the voices of the GMS community. We've heard your concerns, and the recent updates in KMS will bring big changes to the direction of Heroic Worlds and how players earn mezzos in GMS. First and foremost, I'd like to address these concerns. I want to be clear that it isn't easy to maintain different systems between global MapleStory and Korean MapleStory. Obviously, every time we get new content from KMS, we would have to check each unique feature in GMS to make sure everything still works and that the game is still balanced. Just looking at it from that the perspective of development costs and our resources as a company, this isn't a decision we can make lightly. Yeah, that's what I've been saying for the last month and a half. Nevertheless, in order to thank the Maplers of GMS who have shown our game so much love and support over the years, and to make Global MapleStory into a game that's worthy of all that love you have shown us, I believe that GMS must follow its own direction separate from KMS. As I had predicted. I predicted this a little bit later. I predicted this like a week and a half to 2 weeks from now, but it's a little earlier. I want to be clear, this doesn't mean that we'll stop getting KMS content in the future. We'll still get content updates from KMS, but we'll cater our updates to reflect the feedback and voices of our players. In other words, we're working on moving towards a new, even better level of localization. This is precisely what my presentation at GDC 2024 this past March was about. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Yes, and by zooming in, I mean going way down. Oh, it just actually doesn't make this... Doesn't actually make it bigger. Okay, I have to do that. KMS update Korea servers plus the GMS feature. Canon update. Sorry for the wait, we need time. Yeah, the 6 months. Two different MapleStories kind of thing. Without further ado, I'd like to officially address the topics that I believe are of the currently greatest interest and concern to our community. There will be no adjustment to the following in GMS. The maximum amount of Mesos players can earn while hunting monsters, the availability of cubes, and how potentials are obtained and adjusted. Yeah, so I do believe that they already started setting this road by giving us different cubes, though, to at least open us up for the possibility of starting to do that. Meso acquisition multiplier and the price of intense power crystals in heroic worlds. And the availability of Ursus. Okay, okay. That is to the point. Covering it. And I think those are the main. Is there anything else that's like huge? The limit, the multiplier, the crystals. Nope. Contents above will be kept as they currently are in-game. As I mentioned earlier, it won't be easy to both keep our own balance and systems in GMS and continue to update the game, either from a development standpoint or from a service standpoint. However, to show our love for our community, to make global MapleStory a game that players around the world can admire, and to take even greater steps into the future, we refuse to take the easy path, no matter how difficult it is. I believe we should go to any lengths to pursue the path that our GMS players have asked us to follow. I just hope that it doesn't mean like a whole bunch more monetization stuff, because all of those passes are probably going to come. And on the other hand, I also hope that this doesn't lead to like more client instability, because that's my main issue, or my main concern with that. Given the varied service situations, a customized approach is essential. Yep. It's going to be very difficult, though. I mean, I've mentioned this like 40 times in the last 2 weeks, but they want to make sure that they stay different enough so that they cater to the audience that they're trying to cater to, but stay similar enough so that they can actually keep the updates of the game financially viable and, and not suffer game stability and that kind of stuff. That's got to be a really difficult tightrope to walk, but I think they should, and I'm glad that they are officially now announcing that and doing that. Are still many preparations we need to make, and it may be some time before GMS may see any noticeable results. There may also be some trial and error along the way. Sometimes we may even fall short, but we won't give up, and we'll keep on making improvements. If you're one of the many Maplers around the globe, who call Global MapleStory your home. Jesus, reading. Keep your eyes open for future developments. Your enthusiasm and passion for MapleStory mean the world to us. Along with this announcement, I've prepared a small gift to thank you for all of your support. 3 Soul Urdas, 60 Soul Urda Fragments, 2 Magnificent Growth Potions, 10 EXP Nodes, an Inkwell Hat, Fairy Bros Damaged Skin Selection Box, and a 500/100 Symbol Selector Coupon. Claiming period from... today, I guess? Wait, do we already have this? Where are my rewards? Is it in the Star tab? Probably have to relog, right? In the event hall? Oh, big. Massive. Where is am I looking over it? Oh, event hall, yeah. Experience nonsense and simple selector coupons can only be claimed with characters over level 200. Solar developers can only be claimed with characters that have finished their 6th job. Oh, okay. Well, I'll pick it up on another character then. Thank you for reading. I look forward to opening this new chapter of Global MapleStory with you all. Hambyo O, head of Western Development with Team GMS. Okay. By Inkwell. I think... Oh, man. Yeah. You know, it's a slow process. It's a whole bureaucratic mess. There's like decisions, there's projections, there's finances, so but eventually they got there. Seems like they sent one of the Korean delegates over there to really see that they shouldn't just like kill off GMS, I guess. The way that KMS is trying to kill off their reboot, which they could get away with because it was just such a small branch, right? How do those doomers who quit? Any doomers is just always... Because, I mean, they could have been right. This could have not happened. I still would give it like a 30% chance or something of this not happening. But even then, even if you're right, I think that's still no way to go through life. Just so... Yeah, so Debbie Downer, so doomer. Should I miss this change without thinking how it affects other regions? Yeah, I don't know how that whole all looks. I hope that Inkwell or, you know, whoever they represent or are, that they always get a seat at the table with like huge changes to be immediately like, okay, we want to do this. What is the goal? What do we want to do? How do we plan on doing this? Okay, how is this going to affect other regions? You know, that there's like a representative from every region to like look at the proposed changes and be like, this is a good idea or this is a horrible idea. A lot of Inkwell heads going on. Shout out to BT mains, 60 fragments. Oh yeah, hang on. Until when do they have to pick these up? Oh, you only have a week. Yeah. So beast tamers won't be able to get these fragments. Right, yeah, that's mega is accurate. But yeah, yeah, I think right on the money. I think the only thing I missed is or that I was pretty wrong on is when this notice was going to be released. I didn't foresee that it was going to be Inkwell because it was going to be another person. I didn't exactly call that. But I pretty much got all of this, except I thought it was going to be more like the 27th or the 28th of the month before we're going to hear something. But I'm glad that was wrong. I'm glad that we got it earlier. I think the earlier the better in terms of people's insecurities and people's just wonder if we should. Yeah. Oh, the Inkwell head is not permanent? Is it reset? Oh no, 35 more minutes until reset. Colophony. Can I still fame today? Can I get you to Fiddy? I can get you to Fiddy. Alright, so yeah. I'm glad that there's answers now. And there's projection now. So the roadmap isn't out yet. I think they were talking about the roadmap. That's what the last thing I want to say. Like I think they were talking about a roadmap when they were talking about here. Here, there's so many preparations we need to make, and it may be some time before GMS may see any noticeable results. There may also be some trial and error along the way. Sometimes we may even fall short, but we won't give up. They're talking about like all the work I guess they need to do to make sure that once Dreamer gets here, the Dreamer will function the way it should. There will be some things that sneak into the game that probably aren't meant to. You know, just report them immediately, give them time to fix it, and they'll be on there. One of the things I'm thinking about is, for example, like when GMS was still behind on KMS in terms of actually releasing the occult cubes back then, so what are now like the mystical cubes on back then Reboot, what is now Heroic. For the longest time, we weren't supposed to get them, but every single patch they would like sneak in, and then they would have to do an update like a day later to dig them out again. Until I think the fourth or the fifth time, and they were like, just F it, just leave them in and just give them the cubes, I guess. But yeah, I hope that this starts a positive movement. But I think one of the top things on the list that should be addressed, like once this is all, you know, hunky dory, is providing like the rates and the tier ups and the monitoring system that they said we were going to get, that KMS has months and months and months ago. I think about a year ago. I think it was April last year that they said we were going to get that. So yeah, that could be. I think it should be like one of those. They gave us a hand and I would take the whole arm kind of thing. But I do think that we should let them know that this is not just because you did this, now you can never do any wrong or something. There's still a backlog of things that do need that does need to be addressed. And it was April. Was it 2021? I know it was April. Was it 21? Okay, that's longer. That's 3 years ago. Jesus. There will be a large influx of KMS players to GMS Reboot. That is very possible. That is possible, yeah. The problem is though, yeah, we'd have to do like on Twitch's side though, it's not yeah, on Twitch's side we won't notice that because Koreans also can't watch Twitch because like the website is just completely not accessible. I don't think, we can like theorize, but I don't know if a Korean would like VPN, if then they could go on to Twitch, maybe? I think Twitch would just detect that. I don't know. But there's like, yeah, I'm not sure how that would. But for the game, I imagine so, yeah. I imagine that a bunch of people would, yeah. Or people who already did might come back. It's for a Korean though, the main thing they would have to think about is this going to be like enough of a decision to like overlook all of the like the way you've been treated in the past, right? Because this is good news, but it's not like a concession. This is something that they had to do, right? And then they finally did something that they had to do. So it's not like a huge positive, in my opinion. This is like a neutral. And until this, there's been like a bunch of big negatives. So this doesn't put them in the green, I think. I think they're still in the red with this. But it is at least like a lot of insecurity, and I'm glad that they released it or at least this part of it. So I guess technically what I predicted was the actual roadmap to come out at the end of this month, which I think that's still on. But at least we know what is not going to be in there, and that is potentially even more important than to knowing what exactly is going to be in there. So, because let's face it, like these 4 lines of red text here, these are more important to know now than whatever is going to be in the roadmap. So, I think that's I think we can all agree on that. With the symbol selector, I think I'll be able to level my sacred symbols. Congrats on your sack. But yeah, let me know if you guys were kind of like on the fence, if you guys were doubting these last months, and you see this and you know this now. How does that make you feel about the future? Does it change your opinion that you had so far, or does it is it like too little too late, or do you think this is good enough and you're going to keep playing? Probably depends on how much you respect yourself as a human and as a player of a game. But like, how do you think about, does it change how you think about the company? Does it change how you see your future of yourself in the game, right? Let me know, because I think that's an important discussion, and that's important to share your opinion on. Yeah, we'll keep a close eye. Hopefully the roadmap soon, but yeah, I'm still expecting that in about 2 weeks, hopefully by the end of the month. But I'm guessing they're hard at work now at thinking like, how can we position all of this? And yeah, don't forget to pick up your free stuff if you're a beast tamer. I'm sorry, But at least you still got magnificent growth potions and experience nodes, I guess, and symbol selector coupons. Something you can use. But yeah, if you see a bunch of people tomorrow in game, or right now in game, I guess, with this hat on, and you wonder what's going on, this is what's going on. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully that updated your knowledge right now, and hopefully good news. But yeah, let me know. And we are looking towards the future. Wait. There we go. The Inkwell stands. All right. Yeah, so let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for checking out. Bye.